there is issues which need to be attended or solved, and then of course you trying to investigate a little bit more, obviously, in order to see what are the possibilities, what are the problems, and what might be possible solutions. I went as well within the first I think 2-3 months to Aska, which is not most likely a tourist place to be or to visit, but the people need to understand that waste gives you a big information on the culture. So how you deal with your waste, it gives you an impression or information on the people, how they handle things. And unfortunately here you have not the right, or not yet the right facilities, or not sufficient facilities. So you can see the culture waste-wise is the basics, which needs an education, needs facilities, needs enforcement of laws and regulations. So this is waste, believe me, gives you a lot of information about the people. And you might be wondering, but the waste bins are all closed. And people are shy to show what they are throwing. You can get easily the credit card number, the email, the phone number, but when you ask people about the waste, or companies about waste, they are becoming very decent and kind of quiet, because they know it has a bad impact on the environment, but since you cannot trace it, it's difficult then, or they don't like to speak about it. You need to have generation to generation to increase the knowledge, to develop facilities, to have the politicians to understand what is the impact, and this is one of the keys, that there need to be regulations, there need to be facilities as well for the people to use, but at the end, the education, this is the key, because if you don't have education or don't have knowledge on these kind of matters, then you will have no use of facilities and no use of the regulations. So the people need to understand step by step what the regulations means and how to use the facilities appropriate. I think the awareness was rising quite a lot, and of course now during this time of the coronavirus, a lot of people rethink about the conscious living style. So this was just recently, but nevertheless I felt when we started in cooperation with Clean Up Bahrain in 2017, the campaign A Wave of Change, we feel there is changes. You have more eyes doing some activities, watching out what's happening. So the group of conscious people here in Bahrain is increasing, and as well, step by step as well, the facilities are coming. There's a composting plant now in Bahrain. We visited 2 plastic recycling facilities where the people almost have no really a clue about it. And this is the thing where as well the green marketing must be much more enhanced. So if you do good things, then promote it. And nowadays the social media, it's a big topic that you can easily promote good things you are doing. So when you do the kind of clean up, either on the road, on the beach, or wherever you do something good, you buy maybe a sustainable bag, you buy a sustainable coverage, or whatever products you have, show it to the people that it works, and in the long run it's definitely cheaper with less impact on the environment, because the cost of treatment of waste is a big topic which is never considered in the product price. When you see sometimes the billboards, what should be done, and we want to keep our city clean, and even the capital governorate, they have the Healthy City initiative within Manama and Al-Hassam. So these are small steps, but nevertheless they need to be maybe as well in the education sector, with the schools, with the universities, with the kindergarten, and of course within companies. They need to set certain schemes that the people will understand the impact or the importance of the waste with a relation to the environment. Because as a human being, we produce waste on a daily basis anywhere we are, from any age. So waste is following us from the day we are born till we die. But it's never properly educated or knowledge is shared during this whole life. If you show them a piece of plastic, they will say, oh, this is plastic. Yeah, but there are so many different kinds of plastic. Some can be recycled, some cannot be recycled. Composite materials like Tetra Pak. People glorify Tetra Paks, which are good for transportation, for logistics. But when it comes to the environmental impact, they can only be burnt or put into landfill. So what is the topic then? The people don't have the knowledge, so they are confused. and misguided sometimes, of course, by the industry when they put biodegradable or degradable bags or oxo-degradable bags. These are just bags who are breaking down into small micro pieces, and they will never decompose and never vanish. You know, it's even more toxic the faster the plastic is breaking down, the more dangerous, of course, for the people. I mean, if I can put up a bag which is 20 years old in one piece, it's better than having after 2-3 weeks the kind of powder or small pieces of plastic which I hardly can collect. A friend of mine from Germany, she sent me a trailer of the movie A Plastic Ocean. And when I saw the trailer, I found myself, okay, we need to show it here as well. In Germany, they were promoting it as a kind of charity or raising funds for a project which is called Pacific Garbage Cleaning, to clear out the microplastic from the ocean, and same time to finance a project and charity. So when I saw the trailer, I sent an email immediately to the German ambassador and told him that, okay, we need to show it here as well. They directly agree on this one, and then I did some research because we need to have a local partner for this one. So I found Clean Up Bahrain. So I met with Ali Al-Qasir and Ruqayya Hashim in 2017, like I think February or something like this, January, February. And we discussed the possible cooperation and how to maneuver it. So they had some connection with the Supreme Council for Environment and me through the German Embassy. So we put it together, and on 15th of March 2017 we started then the campaign A Wave of Change. We show the movie A Plastic Ocean, which is about the pollution of all the oceans worldwide. It was screened over a period of 8 years and with 20 different locations worldwide. So it was a big launch of this movie in order to raise environmental awareness about the pollution of the oceans. And then afterwards a panel discussion with Q&A session, and was very successful. And we felt that the next few days in the newspaper, it was actually on the front page and the double page in the center. So it was quite impact. So literally we started afterwards to make this kind of more and more presentations to show what can be done, what is the impact, because a lot of people, they need visual impact. You know, once you see it, then you start thinking, you have raising questions. And Clean Up Bahrain, which were founded in 2016, they started already with 2 people, Ali Al-Qasir and Ruqayya Hashim, then with the cleanups. So we continued and it became bigger. And in 2017, there was the first cleanup day, World Cleanup Day, because after our starting the Wave of Change, we had 2 weeks after a kind of Bahrain Cleanup Day. So we had a big crowd of 300-400 people to have an impact on Bahrain. So 2018 was a World Cleanup Day. We had roughly 600 people, and then in 2019 approximately 1,500 people. So I was with 2 people in charge in Jufair Beach, or the coastline, and we had roughly 450-500 people. So it was really massive that the people really come together and see it. But as well, the thing is, it needs to not to be once a year, it's continuously, because we are producing everyday waste. You know, the mindset of the people actually need to change, and with these activities we hope that really the people realize and start by themselves. So we have a lot of people, they just do randomly as well their own cleanups in the area. But this is one task. The other task is the knowledge about the waste, which can be recycled, what item has to be thrown in the landfill. So starting to think what I buy. Better to buy sustainable, reusable stuff, recyclable stuff, rather than wrapped stuff which is okay, unpacked, and the foil is thrown. Sidama is a kind of waste authority here in Bahrain. It's related to the municipalities, and they proposed, as per my knowledge, a lot of new laws or regulations or adjustments to be done in order to facilitate more and more the possibility of having segregation, recycling, proper landfill, and all these kind of things. So from my perspective, what they are doing right now, they're collecting a lot of data. They have a nice center. Based on the data, you can find step-by-step appropriate solutions. And this is the thing what one proposal was, for example, banning or reducing and controlling the demand of plastic bags, which is a topic worldwide. Everybody knows the plastic bags you get from the supermarket and these things. And the first step is to control, so that you know how much bags you have in Bahrain, what is the content, how they are fabricated, and what are the possibility for different kind of solutions. So step by step, the knowledge is increasing. For me, obviously, it should go faster, but nevertheless, we are step by step on the right track. And on the other hand, the people need to understand the value. And this is still a big topic, that the people don't really understand the value of the waste. Like one of the water bottles, which is, everybody knows here in Bahrain, the water bottles, it has a value, even though it might be only 2, 3 or 5 fields. But in Bahrain, roughly every day we have 6 million of these. So if you calculate 6 million, multiply, let it be 2 fields, you end up with 12,000 BD every day, which is just thrown. And this is a value. Same applies to the cans. It's aluminium, and aluminium is very precious. So I'm wondering how the people just throw the stuff. Or the food waste. We have roughly 450 tons of food waste every day in Bahrain, and 600 normally during Ramadan times. And imagine 20 to 30% of the food doesn't even go to your plate. It will be thrown before it reaches your plate. And then you think about, okay, there is seeds, there's watering, there's farming, there's harvesting, there's transportation, there is preparation, and then it's thrown. Why like this? And this is money. This is pure money. In France, they implemented now a law: the supermarkets are not allowed to throw food. They have to give it to charity. Otherwise, they will be punished. Because what is the point of having, 10 kilo tomatoes? They are still in good shape, but the so-called expired date, and then you throw it. Give it to people who are in need of this one. Why you destroy money? Yeah, see, last year, specifically, it was throughout the kind of chain reaction, let's say like this, because we were showing the movie A Plastic Ocean in the French school in Busaitin. Then afterwards, the country manager of Carrefour approached me and said, okay, we need to do something. So because his kids are going to this school, and Carrefour already providing segregation bins to this school. So we were sitting together, and my idea was as well to have a transfer of knowledge to the people, which means there should be an appropriate training program where the people really will get an understanding of what is waste, how I can change my habits, and how I can talk to people in order to make them as well change. So this is part of this program which I developed last year. It's approved by Tamkeen and supported by Tamkeen and approved by the Ministry of Labor. And we were supposed to start beginning of this year, or February, March, with Carrefour to train the people. So this will be something where I really feel transferring the knowledge to the people will be a big impact, because then when they have the knowledge, they will be independent and they can transfer this knowledge as well to different people. And this was part of the scheme, to have green champions or eco champions within Carrefour, and they will transfer the knowledge then to the other stuff. So you need to feel what you are doing to the environment. And I see a lot of response that the people, okay, it's good what you are doing and these things. But I said, yes, but we need more people. We need more knowledge. Clapping for somebody is good, but taking action is better.